Okay, Hebra, welcome back to Tanya. And we're beginning chapter 36. Chapter 36 for the 7th of understanding. Chapter 36 is continuing from chapter 35. Chapter 35, the author Rebbe began by offering consolation for the Benoni. And we don't know what that consolation is yet. But we have a preface, and the Benoni needs consolation because he has to go to war with his body and animal soul all his days. What kind of life is that? Says the author Rebbe. So he's going to offer a consolation. And he started by talking about the body is a wick and the skin is the fire, and you need good deeds. You have to have good deeds for the fire to alight on the wick, the body. And that's the oil. The good deeds are the oil. And then the author Rebbe talks about how the Shekhinah only rests on that which is totally nullified to it. And what is nullified to the Shekhinah, to the divine presence? Torah mitzvahs. Mitzvahs, the Ratzon Elyon, that's mitzvot, is the Ratzon Elyon, Chachma. These are things that the Shekhinah can rest upon because they are nullified. And so when a man involves himself in Torah mitzvahs, so even though he himself is a Dover Nifrad, he himself, his body and animal soul are separate, but his divine soul is not. And and so what happens is when his divine soul leads him to do mitzvahs, to do the Ratzon Elyon, then he schleps his animal soul and body along with it, and the divine soul rests on all of it. So that's the way that the Shekhinah can rest on us. Of Tanya, chapter 36, behold, it is known, Maimarazal, the saying of our sages, Taklis Brias Olam, that the purpose of the creation of the world, Olam Hazeh, of this world, who it is, Shnitaveh, famous piece of Tanya. Shnitaveh, Kodesh Baruch Hu, Liyo Lo Dira B'Tachtonim. Here we have in today's Tanya an explanation of the creation of all the worlds and this world in particular. And what is it? Why is the world created? It says right here, as our sages say, that the purpose of the creation of the world, this world, is that Hashem had a ta'ava, Hashem had a desire to be for him dira, an apartment, a dwelling, a home, in the lower worlds. Behold, it is not relevant to say before him, before the Holy and Blessed be He, up and down. Like, what does that mean for Hashem? This ma'lo, mata, up and down. For Hashem is everywhere. He who is because Hashem, blessed be He, fills all the worlds. B'shavit, equally. So what do you mean? Hashem desired a dwelling in the lower worlds. That before the world was created, he was alone, blessed be he, singular and unique, and he filled the whole place, this whole place, which the world was created in it. So before the world was created, there was only him, and he was alone, and he filled the whole place. And also now, Cain, who that's how it is, the fun of before him, blessed be he, rag, only. It's the same thing now. He's still the only thing. Only what? That the shinoi, the difference is to the makabalim, to the creations. Who makabalim chayosov the creations who receive his life and light. Shemakabalim levushim, and then the creations receive through garments. Rabim, many garments. Hamakasim and Mastirim, Oris Baruch, that are covering over and concealing Hashem's light. Like it says, Kilo Yorani Ha'adam B'chai. Like it says that a man will not see me and live. Oh, Peter Shazal, and like our sages explain, Shafila Malachim, Anikrim Chayos, even the Malachim, which are called Chayot, like living things, they're called that by the name Chayot. Ein ro'im, they don't see Hashem. Kuli. So what is the author of saying? He's saying that with these statements that you can't see Hashem and live. You're not gonna. Hashem's light has to be concealed for any entity to have a separate existence. And okay. So continuing. This is Vizehu in Inishashos Oilemos. This is the idea of the chaining of the worlds. Viridatam, and they're coming down, Madrega, from level to level. Audi Ribu Ilibushim, through many garments. Amastiri, which cover up the Haor, the light. Yakayush, and the life. Shememenish Barak, which is from Hashem. Ad Shanivra, Holamazehagashmi, until this world is created. Bakumri, this coarse world is created. Mamish. So we have this coarse and physical and coarse world. Okay, so Hashem takes his light and he has to cover up his light, and and that's the way. Yeah, go ahead. And that's the way that the physical world is created by Hashem covering his light. Think about it. Think about it. That's all right. Now, who I talked to about Madrega. So this world is the lowest level. This world. Shane Tatu Mematu Memeno. There's nothing lower than this world, meaning in its concealment of Hashem's presence. This is the lowest. This world conceals Hashem's presence the most. There are higher spiritual worlds that there's more godly revelation. But this world covers up Hashem to the ultimate degree. The Indian has their order regarding the light, regarding the cover up of Hashem's light. And the darkness down here is doubled and redoubled. Until this world is filled with things which are considered the other side, things which completely oppose Hashem. The Shehain negative Hashem Amish, these things are completely against Hashem. Lomar saying, I need I, and there's nothing besides me. Okay, so that is today's Tanya. Okay, so today's Tanya discussed at the beginning that Hashem says that the purpose of the creation of the world is for him to have a dwelling down here. And then we asked, what do you mean? He's everywhere. So then we said that in this place where the world is created, Hashem was the only being, and Hashem still is the only being. Even after the world is created, it is only him. It is only that from the perspective of the creations, they appear from their point of view to be something which exists, because Hashem has to conceal his light from them to make it give them the appearance of this separateness. Okay, so that's where we are today, and that was for Sunday, the 7th of Adar, the birthday of Moshe Rabbeinu, the day that, because of this day, we had the miracle of Purim, and maybe we have that miracle this year, beginning now. See you tomorrow.